You're going to be good for me? Hey, we're live. How you going? Helen here from helenmartinonline.com. Awesome to be live after a few days of not being able to talk at all. You can probably tell that I haven't quite got my voice back yet, but I'm feeling heaps better and, can actually talk. So that's a good thing. So, don't do that. I want to talk to you today about, the essential things that you need to build your empire. This is things that I'm learning on the way to help me be smarter in my business, not work harder, but definitely work smarter in my business and, achieve more results in a less painful way. And it's a huge learning curve. But I wanted to share a couple of things with you today. Hey, Rob, how are you? Lovely to see you on live. At a ridiculous hour that you do watch live, but I'm grateful to you for showing up. Those that actually you that are in the United States, I hope you've had an awesome Memorial Day. It's not something we celebrate here in Australia. We have our own type of day, which we celebrated last month. But, if you've had a holiday, if you're in the United States, I hope you've had a wonderful holiday and definitely recognise and give gratitude to those people that have served for your country. So, I hope you've had a great weekend. So I just want to share with you things that I'm learning in my journey as I build my business. So you're on a bit of a journey with me, I guess. And as I get, Leslie said hello, Ali. Thanks, Leslie. He's chewing my fingers at the moment. We'll see how long this lasts. And, there's books that I read and people that I follow that are really successful. And I often pick up on things that they do and adopt those things. And it's not easy. I got to tell you, some of the things that they say that you need to do to be successful is really about creating new habits. And it's hard to create new habits. I know that. But unless you implement things in your life to try to create new habits, you're probably never going to build the empire that you might, want to build. And you might not want to build, an empire. An empire is just a word. But you might have desire to build a really good business on the side, or that business actually overtakes what you're doing full time. And so, you have a strong desire to build a really good business, and there's things that we need to do to make that happen. And if we don't do these things, then it's probably unlikely. So I'm always looking at, hey Yvonne, how are you? Lovely to see you on live. I'm always, sort of learning and researching about how I can work sort of smarter, because it's just a massive learning curve. And we have bad habits. And we don't even know that we have these bad habits because it's just what we do. It's just life to us. I read a few books and I pick up books from successful people. And I've noticed a theme, and I watched a video yesterday from one of these people, and it's like, here I am again, learning about this again, and I still haven't implemented it. Or I did implement it, and now I've let it go again because I didn't do it long enough to create a new habit. So I want to give you some guidance on my video today regarding, hey Arlene, how are you? Nice to see you too. Some guidance about 7 things that you can do to create better habits to build, the business that you want to build. And this is stuff that I'm trying to do, and I've even stuffed it up again this morning. And I'll tell you about that in a minute. I'm just going to try to put this little terror down. Are you going to be good for me and not chew on my cords so I can grab my notes? And I want to show these beautiful people a book, okay? Let's see how we go. If you are with me live, please say hello. Tell me where you're coming in from. If you're catching the replay, just put the word replay down below. I'm just going to duck down here for a sec. Put him on his bed and then duck down here for a sec to pick up my notes and my book. So I want to highlight to you 3 books. And there's a theme here. And this is what I want to point out to you about the theme. Oh, we're chewing on things we shouldn't do. I'll just have to keep an eye, and if I'm looking down, it's just the dog. So one of them that I want to highlight to you is called, and I know this will be backwards probably for you, but it's called the Perfect Day Formula. And two others that I've got that I've lent to other people, but are, just as, influential and meaningful as this one. This is by Craig Valentine, by the way. There's a book called The Miracle Morning. That's by Hal Elrod. And there's another book which I've spoken about on a video before, which is called Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. I'm not sure if you've heard of those books, but they've all got, excuse me, Harley, no. They've all got a common theme to them. And it's all about how we set up our day and how we sort of plan for our day from the beginning. Now, I am a shocker for checking my phone first thing in the morning. Now, the reason why I justify that to myself is because a lot of the people, or majority of the people I communicate with are overseas. So when I'm sleeping, they're all awake. So when I wake up, I know that I've got a lot of messages via my personal messenger or my page or email or whatever it is. And I don't like to keep people waiting. I like to serve people and give them value. So I go to my messages straight away. And before I know it, I haven't got in the shower yet. I'm running late to organise the kids, late to get the kids, in the car. And because I've serviced everyone else before I've serviced myself. So this is a really strong message of people like, Richard Branson and Warren Buffett and, Craig Valentine and Hal Elrod from The Miracle Morning and Brian Tracy from Eat That Frog. And I'll explain that to you in a second if you're not aware of what that book's about. But it's about setting up your day right. So how do you start your day? Are you a snoozer? Do you set your alarm? My husband's shocking for this. Do you set your alarm and snooze? And 10 minutes later, you're snoozing again. So this video that I sort of watched yesterday, which just sort of brought it all together for me, is the way you start your day is the way your whole day will unfold. And I know this is true because I've done it myself before. When I've concentrated on myself and what I need, rather than what everyone else is screaming from me that they need, then I'm so much more productive. When you're more productive, your business grows. It's just the way it is. So when I get up early and I exercise, I'm energized to start the day. And then I'll do, a little bit of, the one thing I always do before my feet hit the floor in the morning, I always give gratitude. What am I grateful for? Who am I grateful for? I always do that. And I also do it before I go to bed at night. And something that I do most nights is excuse me, dog's chewing a cord. Harley. Sorry. Is not only do I, what am I grateful for, is I'll do a brain dump on paper of what I'm thinking about because I need to get it out of my head. Do you go to bed sometimes? Put the number 1 down below if this is you. Do you go to bed sometimes and you're still thinking about stuff that happened that day or what you got to do the next day? And, yes, Yvonne, I'll get to that in a second. Brilliant comment. And you're churning over your brain and therefore you can't sleep. And then you end up having dreams about the things that, you were thinking about because you can't switch off your brain. So something I do is I now have short little meditations in my phone. I certainly put my phone on silent so it doesn't bother me during the night. And I actually pull out my earplugs. I don't have it going like to annoy my husband, but I have my earplugs in. I lie on my back. I have the meditation. And seriously, I'm asleep within 5 minutes. It works amazingly, but I get to sleep really quickly and it switches off my brain. So, those little things. Donna, I've hit snooze the past 2 mornings. It's so easy to do. And one of these guys was Craig Valentine on this video yesterday. They're multiple $1 million earners. And what they were saying, and I can't remember who the other guy was. Hey, Christina, is if you start your day snoozing, your whole day will be the same effect. You'll be snoozing your day. Whereas if you get up, you jump out of bed, you do your exercise, you do whatever it is that you want to do, and you're on point, you planned, you've brain dumped the night before, you've got your list of things to do, you're on it from word go, and you resist your phone. You resist social media, you resist Messenger, you resist email, and do what you need to do first, then you're on fire for the rest of the day. So, it makes a massive difference. And these are the things, and this is why I talk about personal development and mindset once a week. We can't forget, Harley, no cords. We can't forget what we need. So what I end up doing all the time by going to my messages and my emails first thing is I'm prioritizing what everybody else wants from me, what questions they've got of me, what information they want from me, and I'm not servicing what I need to achieve what I need to achieve. So it doesn't mean I'm not going to get to them. It doesn't mean I don't prioritize them. It doesn't mean I still don't want to give them value or answer their messages. I just have to put myself first, and so do you. So if you want to build a really big empire, and this is what these gurus were saying, and this is what, the Richard Bransons of the world do. They prioritize what they need from their day first. So the perfect day formula, one of the chapters here has got 7 steps to build habits of steel. I'm just going to run through them, not in detail, but just let you know what kind of things you need to be thinking about. The other 2 books I mentioned, The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, that's a similar thing. So that's like you get up early in the morning and you do what you need to do for you to get your head right. So don't prioritize what everyone else wants from you. Prioritize what you need. Does this make sense? If this is making sense, please send me some likes and loves. And this is why I talk about this stuff, once a week, because nobody does it, or not enough people do it, and they wonder why they don't succeed. And I've noticed a pattern with myself, and it's awareness. It takes time. It really does. And this morning, I'm in my bathroom, on my phone, trying to get ready around the kids and stuff like that, and I'm answering messages, and it's like, oh, I'm doing it again. So I'm prioritizing what questions other people have got rather than getting myself ready so I can do what I need to do, from the day. So it just disrupts. Oh, and then I went and jumped on my email, and it's like, oh yeah, I better reply to that, and I better reply to that. And I've got a whole lot of work mapped out for today, and some of that I should have already done by now. But what have I done? I've answered everybody's messages, and I've answered sort of emails. So I've prioritized again what other people want from me rather than setting up my day to do the things to move my business forward. So I'm not saying ignore people. I just put boundaries up, guys. I have no boundaries, and it has an effect. I'm working on it. Do you feel the same way? Put the number 2 down below if you feel that you need to prioritize what you need first. It's the same for exercise with me. When I get really, really busy, and I've got things that I want to do, and everybody's asking me questions and messages, I'll always prioritize that over me. And then I haven't exercised for the day because I started answering messages before I got up and exercised. And so then it gets to the end of the day and now I'm too tired. So, I haven't exercised, and I can go days like that and weeks like that. And then suddenly I'm feeling lethargic. I'm not feeling on point. I'm feeling tired because I'm not energizing myself. I'm not feeling confident because I'm feeling like crap because I haven't exercised for a couple of weeks. Like, it turns into this vicious circle. So if you want to build, your empire, and once again, it doesn't have to be an empire. It just might just be a really, really good business. It doesn't have to be massive. You've got to prioritize yourself. And you've got to prioritize your mornings. How you start your morning is how you fire on all cylinders all day, or not fire on cylinders all day. So I just want to share these 7 steps to build habits of steel, because what it is about changing habits. You got to change bad habits into good habits. Hitting the snooze button is a bad habit. And I think it was Yvonne that mentioned it before on the feed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get up and do it anyway. I love Mel Robbins' work and her book, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, do it anyway. So when your alarm goes off, it's just those few seconds that you're like, oh, I don't feel like it. I'm too tired. I went to bed too late last night. I do that all the time. But I'm not a snoozer. It doesn't matter what time I get up. Because I've got my list of things to do for the day and I'm getting better at it. But I do, like most people, I do go through spits and spurts. So I'll be really good for a couple of weeks and then I slide back into bad habits. So it's really about following these kind of 7 steps that I'm about to mention to you now, following these so you ingrain your habits. You know, I've told you this many times if you've listened to me on lives before, your brain is wired to keep you safe and comfortable. So getting up when you don't want to get up is uncomfortable. So, you know, you're wired. Harley's chewing something he shouldn't. Harley, what are you chewing? So when, you know, hitting the snooze button is more comfortable because you want to get more sleep. Getting up, it's uncomfortable. It's not what you feel like doing. So it's easy to do that. Doing things in your business or getting up and exercising first thing in the morning. Who wants to do that? But when you get in a good habit, like when I've got in really good habits and doing that, I love it and I look forward to it and it makes me feel on fire. And when I'm on fire, I'm so much more productive in my business. So the roll-on effect from either getting up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, do it anyway, or hitting the snooze button and starting your day that way makes a massive difference to your days, but no, it's not shoes. Joe, I can't actually see what it is. Oh, Rob, good one. You actually have to get out of bed to turn your alarm off. I love that one. So you're forcing yourself to actually, to turn it off. You actually have to get up out of bed. That's a great idea, Rob. Thanks for sharing that. So these are the 7 things I want to share with you. 1, figure out and these are from Craig's book, The Perfect Day Formula, from Craig, Ballantyne. Very successful guy, multimillionaire. I've just given you 3 books. They're all saying very similar things. So there's a bit of a pattern here, guys, and I think we need to listen to it. Figure out what matters and focus on it. So when I really think about what matters, my health, my productivity, giving value is something that's really important to me with my tribe, for you guys, my followers. So that's a number 1 priority for you. But when I get really sick and I lose my voice like I did last week, how good am I to you? When I don't prioritize myself and my health and what I need, I can't plan for Facebook Lives to give you value. Like I'm just all scattered and I'm all over the place. So you've got to figure out what matters to you. What's actually going to move your business forward and what do you need? Not what does everybody else need from you? Even your partner, your husband, your wife, your children, your stepchildren, whatever it is, work out what you need first. Most people don't do that. It's like, I've got to, the family's up, right? They need breakfast, they need driving to school, they need this or that, whatever. Or, my husband needs that or where, whatever it is. You get to work and it's like, okay, they need that report and they need, So before you start your day, what do you need? If you know you need to exercise to fuel your day and start really good, then do it, prioritize it. So work out what matters to you and focus on it. Don't do what I did this morning and still picked up your phone, knowing full well I wanted to start new habits again, picking up my phone, answering everyone else's messages, and I'm still standing in the bathroom and it's like, now I'm running really late. I've got to get the kids ready for school. Those kind of things. Number 2, identify steps to success and rules for your life. Set rules. So 1 rule, no snooze button. Your rule could be, I've got to move the alarm to the other side of the room, so I actually have to get out of bed. Make a rule for yourself. Make a rule like no technology an hour before you go to bed. Those kind of things. Set rules to create good habits on what you need. Leslie, I always seem to put everyone else first. This is a great reminder. Everybody does, and this is where we all go wrong. Not only in our personal life, we're servicing everyone else. We're caring for everyone else. We're giving everybody everything of us because they need us. What about you and what you need? You can't build an empire. You can't build a thriving business. You can't be of service and of awesome value to other people if you are not looking after yourself first. Am I getting this through? Sorry. I don't mean to crack down on you. I'm just trying to give you tools to be successful. So number 3, create a checklist for your new habit. So you might think about, I should do this and I should do that. write it out, put it on your bathroom mirror, and make sure you stick at it. No messages before 9 a.m. No Facebook before 9 a.m. Do what you need to do in the morning. Set yourself rules and remind yourself of them with what you need. So you're creating a checklist. And this is when you reinforce things over and over and over and over again. This is when you create new habits. And when you create new habits, that becomes your new normal. So your new normal would be, I don't ever hit the snooze button. I don't. It's just my normal. So, that's what you want to do. You want to create new habits, not fuel your bad habits. Oh, yeah, I hit snooze, 3 times before I get up. And that's what you say. That's your normal. Don't let that be your normal. Create new sort of habits for yourself and look after yourself. You are the only one that's in control of you. No one's going to pick you up and say, get up. You're the only one that can get yourself up. So take control. Rob, I look after me so I can look after you. Absolutely. Hey, Kerry, how are you? Great to see you on live. So let's keep going. Number 4, prepare the night before. I'm a list girl. I got a list and a diary and I reorganize and I reshuffle, but I have to do that brain dump before I go to bed. Just a bit of a side note, something that I do, if I know I'm going to be on technology, up until like an hour before I go to bed, I wear, I don't know if you've heard of them or not, they're called blue blocker glasses. They're like $20 online, but they block the UV rays that you get from technology, like computers and TVs and stuff like that. Because what happens when you are looking at technology right before you go to sleep, you're messing with your normal brain chemistry that allows you to go to sleep and goes into a deep sleep. So if you don't get good sleep during the night, then you cactus the next day. Say, hey, Emmy, how are you? So it's really important, if you know you're going to be on technology, which a lot of us are, you're on TV. I don't watch TV, so that's not a problem for me unless I'm watching a movie with the kids, but I'm just not a TV person. It doesn't interest me. Meaningless crap on TV does not interest me. But what's the word for it? There's a technical word for it, but the UV rays, the blue rays that are in TVs, on your phone, on computer screens, they mess with your brain and keep you awake. So have you ever noticed when you go camping, and I love going camping for this, you sit around a fire and, the stars come out, beautiful sky, no technology, and you're tired by sort of 9 o'clock at night. Your body is doing what it should do in winding down and letting you get into your natural body's rhythm of going to sleep. So when we're in front of technology, those UV rays that come from, there's another word for them. Sorry, I can't remember it off the top of my head. But these glasses, they're orange. So when you first put them on, you got to adjust, what you're looking at, because it changes the color of what you're looking at. But you do get used to it, and then that looks normal. But it blocks those rays. So then your brain is still doing what it naturally does, like when you're camping. So the sun goes down, your brain goes, okay, it's time to sleep soon, and your body gets in this rhythm. When we interrupt that with technology, you're messing with your brain. You go to bed and you wonder why you can't sleep, or you don't have proper quality sleep. It's probably because you're on technology. So if like I have calls. I have calls with people late at night because I'm in Australia, the other end of the earth. A lot of people I talk to are overseas, so I might have late night Zoom calls with people. So I don't wear the glasses when I'm on a Zoom call because that would look really weird. Joe, they're called blue blockers. So the word blue and the word blockers. I think they've got their own website, blueblockers.com. And seriously, they're $20. Best investment. Might take you a little while to get used to when you first put them on, but you just adjust to the screen and then your brain will get into the rhythm of what it should do when nighttime falls, like when you're camping. Okay, so number 4 is prepare the night before. That was just a little sideline for you with the glasses. But brain dump and prepare your day the next day so you know what you're doing the next day. And number 5 is remove all obstacles. So that could be something like, if I know I'm going to get up first thing in the morning and on my list is, no worries, Joe, is exercise, then I will actually put out my clothes the night before. My sneakers, my socks, my top, my pants, everything's there ready to go. There's no excuses. I can't find my sneakers. Oh, I can't, my gym pants on the lounge in the bedroom. We've got lounge suites, so, and I don't want to wake up my husband. Like, remove all your obstacles. Same with if you're on a diet and food, take the chocolate out of the house. You know what I'm talking about? Remove the obstacles that are going to stop you doing the things that are on your list and that you've prioritized that you need to do to be successful. So prepare the night before and remove, all those obstacles. Yeah, being organized. And even removing obstacles, like if you know you're going to be on tech an hour before you go to bed, get some glasses and use them so you're not messing with your brain chemistry and not sleeping properly. Sleep is one of the most important things ever. I mean, those of you that are mums, and even dads, I shouldn't say just mums, sleep deprivation. When you have a baby and you're up every couple of hours feeding the baby and you're sleep deprived, how much worse does life get? How much worse does life get when you don't get enough sleep? So it's really important to prioritize sleep and not get to bed too late. 6 is taking massive action. You're in control. You control the snooze button. You control what you do and don't do. So take action in the areas that you need to take to be successful in your business, and not only your business, your life. Set up your day by taking the action that you need to do. So if you need to know, I need to get up and do this, this, and this, and not check my messages or not check Facebook, then, take that action. You choose. You choose your life. You either complain about it and stay in a bad rut and make excuses like, yeah, I hit the snooze button, that's just me. That's a choice. It's not you. It's a choice you make. So make the right choices. So take massive actions. Either you believe in yourself or you doubt yourself. You choose. No, that was number 6. So number 7, we got one more. Learn and improve. Just learn and improve. Don't make yourself wrong for things that you haven't done. Like, I know this morning I was like, no, I'm not going to check my messages. I did it anyway, and I'm answering messages, and then I'm running late and I haven't got myself ready and all those kind of things. And it's like, I'm not going to beat myself up for it. I am learning how to be smarter in my business, and I am learning how to prioritize me to get where I need to go. And if I want to be more successful, I have to work out what I want and what I need. And for me to be fitter and healthier and more organized. And yes, Joe, prioritize. Yvonne, thank you for your comment. So it's about taking control, not complaining. I have had a bad habit in years. I'm so busy. I'm too busy. I can't fit that in. I'm too busy. I'm so stressed. I'm so busy. Life is busy. Life is busier than it ever was. Does that make sense? Like, are you busy? Are you flat out busy? Put the number 3 down below if you're flat out busy. Everyone's flat out busy. And when you work, and this isn't the only thing I do. I do lots of different businesses, and I've got children, and I teach at the gym, and I've got consulting businesses. Life is busy. But I can't use that as an excuse. Leslie, I give myself permission to take care of me, so I am in control. Awesome. So you have to be in control. I have to be in control. I can't use the excuse, I'm too busy. No one else can solve that for me. I need to stop taking more things on. I need to start doing my work instead of answering everybody else's work, if that makes sense. So you prioritize, you are in control. So number 7 was learn and improve. Don't make yourself wrong. Just learn from what you're doing and improve them. So those 7 steps to build habits of steel, the purpose of that, and that's out of one of these chapters of the Perfect Day Formula, is to create new habits. The only way that you can ever really get to where you want to go is to create new habits, because we've all got bad habits, and those habits will continue for the rest of your life, because that's just you. That's what's built in you. So if you know you've got bad habits, those bad habits will stay with you for life unless you do something to turn them around and create new habits. What you focus on is what you get. Absolutely, Yvonne. And Joe, great advice. Helen, thank you, Joe. I appreciate your comments and your interaction. So I hope that makes sense what I've discussed today with you. I think it's just critical to your success in your life and your success in your business. And that's why I talk about this kind of stuff once a week, because it doesn't come down to my skills in building a business online that makes me successful. It's me, it's how I feel, it's whether I'm healthy, it's whether I'm enthused, it's whether I care. You know, when you're feeling down, you're feeling really unhealthy, unenergetic, you just don't do the things that you know you need to do to move your business forward. So if you're on fire, if you feel awesome and you know you're being productive and you're using the day to the best way you know how to get where you want to go, then you'll get there faster. Little things I've started to do is when I'm on a task, I actually turn off my email so it doesn't ding as I'm doing my work on my computer, and I put my phone on silent. And it might only take me half an hour, but bam, it's done. Instead of what I used to do is do what I'm doing and an email will come in, oh, I'll go and look at that. Or somebody sends me a message and asks me a question and I'll quickly respond to that. So once again, I'm prioritizing what everyone else wants from me rather than what I really need to do to move my business forward. I'll still help people. It's just that I'm not there like that. I'm there, a little bit longer. I hope that makes sense. So if you got some value out of this video today, please put the word value down below. It's nice for me to know whether this content is useful to you. But I really appreciate you all being on live with me, and anybody that catches the replay as well and listens through, to the end. Now, tomorrow, what I've got in store for you for the rest of this week. Tomorrow, I'm talking about branding again, because I've got something really exciting coming up for you regarding branding. So my topic tomorrow is if your branding is confusing, you are losing online. So I really want to highlight the importance of branding and sort of getting it right and giving you some tips. So going into detail, and I've got something exciting coming up with branding. And then the next day, so this is all at the same time that I went live today. The next day, I am interviewing somebody that has made almost $20 million through online, marketing, attraction marketing. Phenomenal. He's the godfather of attraction marketing, if you like. He's taught me, most of what I know. He's one of my mentors. I've got more than one. I've got a few mentors, but he's definitely one of the main ones. So he's going to share with us his journey and how he went from an engineer, could have had a brilliant career in front of him, to going into the world of network marketing and then finding attraction marketing, and how that, turned it around for him, and how he's been able to earn almost $20 million, through building businesses online. Incredible value. So that's the day after next. So please join me tomorrow for more on branding, and then please join me the following day for my special interview with a special guest. And so I hope to see you then, guys. Enjoy the rest of the day, whatever that is for you. Those of you that are in the United States, it'd be almost the close of the business day for you, but I hope you've enjoyed your long weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Bye.